What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Freddy and Friends. And today I got someone that I really admire from the fashion world, based out here in LA, basically the godfather of luxury sportswear, Mr. Daniel Patrick.
Trav, do you guys do a gift exchange in your room?
We have in years past. This year, I just teamed up with my guy, Daniel Patrick, who's a designer.
Thanks for having me, Freddie.
Welcome to the show, my man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Last time I saw you was in our Beverly Center store.
My wife was giving you an earful, right?
Yeah. I mean, she made some good points.
She's good at that.
Yeah. So.
She's got a way with words.
But it stuck with me, though.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Anything about business, that woman, man, listen.
Yeah. I mean, it was true. I mean, having your best-selling items out of stock is not fantastic.
Yeah.
But to some degree also, having your best items in stock, too much of it can be, like with Nike right now, I think that's the problem with their old CEO is they oversupplied the market.
You saturate the market and then the demand goes.
And then they killed the Panda Dunks. And yeah, so you got to balance it. But I think there was an imbalance for us as well, though, where it's like we could sell a lot more of these too.
I agree.
So I did agree with what she said.
I'm representing.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too. I got a lot of your stuff. I've been a fan of yours for a while. I even love what you do with footwear, and we can get into that too. But
yeah,
I started with your T-shirts and just grew from there. But I wanted to go back to the beginning. I know you're from Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, Australia. You moved here probably 2 decades ago, something like that.
2011.
2011, yeah.
Yeah.
When did you start Daniel Patrick?
It was around that time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So here.
Yeah. So I came over here to do it, and then came with a couple of suitcases and pretty much $1,000. And
wow.
Yeah.
So you were cooking up the idea. You knew you wanted to do this. I know you were into sports previously.
Yeah. Prior to getting into fashion, I was doing rugby. Yeah.
You were a rugby player?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I kind of shifted course, and because my dad was a pro in Australia, and then I was going down that path, and just felt like it wasn't something I loved it, don't get me wrong, but it just felt like I had something else that I wanted to do and a purpose that aligned more with fashion.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was that kind of always brewing in you from when you were a kid? Like when did you
that's
get
the thing,
the itch?
Yeah. That was when you look at your life, you kind of go back and when your earliest times in your life is when you kind of start to show signs of what you kind of are about and what you want to do in life.
Yeah.
I know people don't really work out what they want to do until much older, but when you're at a young age and you're interested in how your dress and how your appearance is, and it's like it's got to be something there that that aligns with what you're trying to do.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know if that kind of speaks to you as a musician or something, but yeah.
It certainly does. It certainly does. So then you gave up on the rugby because you just felt that you needed to go in another direction.
Yeah.
You come here with a suitcase.
2 suitcases, but
and how do you go from that to launching, having stores and launching such a successful brand?
It was a hustle when I first got here. I was on I think I bought an old Bronco and...
what year?
It was like the O.J. Simpson one.
All right, that's a cool... They make it cool eventually. I think the 60s, but...
Well, I thought they should have had O.J.
It's
Simpson.
like a 90s.
I thought they should have had O.J. Simpson launch a new Bronco.
For sure.
Because that would have been kind of like...
It would have been dope, yeah.
Iconic. You have the guy driving down the freeway and in the new Bronco.
Was it a white Bronco?
It was white, but I painted it.
You had to.
I painted it like a matte military green.
Oh, cool.
And then with a black trim.
Okay.
And then I put Daniel Patrick logos on it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So yeah, people it was really cool.
Well, I feel like you're ahead of your time already with a matte green in 2011. Like matte wasn't a thing then.
Yeah.
It may be kind of underground.
I was into it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I basically I painted it with a couple of buddies of mine, and yeah, so we painted it ourselves with spray cans.
So it was your first billboard.
Yeah, so I drove it around, but the problem was that I didn't have much money, and the car itself would, like, you'd need to put oil in it all the time, and I was like, you know, it's not really feasible. So I got a bike, and then I was biking around, like, you know, LA a lot.
What part of LA were you living in?
I was in Silver Lake.
Oh, wow.
So I'd bike downtown to, like, see the factories and whatnot. And then one time I even biked to Santa Monica from Silver Lake to go see an immigration lawyer.
Okay.
But yeah, I just was like, I'd bike all the way over here to H. Lorenzo and down
He was
Sunset.
around then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, probably another one of my favorites here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, H. Lorenzo is a store, like the on Sunset.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no,
so
I didn't
think
realize
they were around.
I didn't realize the store was there.
I think they were around a lot longer.
Wow.
Yeah, I think probably a lot longer before that. But yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that's just like what I did. And
just a gnarly hustle in the beginning. Yeah.
So the bike I got too was all blacked out and had Daniel Patrick on it. And, you know, so I kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it.
So, but that was the hustle, and you know, I'd go around to stores, you know, trying to get my stuff in there. And
so what were your first products? Were you doing tees? Like, what was the first thing you kind of?
I was making a lot of leather jackets and stuff like that to start with.
Wow.
And these were like $3,000 items, and
so you're doing high-end boutique-y shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember like, it's funny because I ran into a guy yesterday who used to work at H. Lorenzo, and we kind of had the same conversation about like the hustle of that. Like, I would sell one leather jacket, and I would hope one would sell because it was on consignment at H. Lorenzo.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, that's how I'd pay my rent.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
And, you know, so I was basically, and I was an immigrant, so I couldn't I didn't have a visa at that time.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get a job at that time. And, you know, now I'm citizen and whatnot, and, you know.
Nice.
But yeah, that was just, it was one of those things where it's like, you know, when you're kind of like doing that and you just want to get to the place where it's like, you know, you have a nice car and a nice house and all these things. And it's like, and then you look back at that and it's like, that makes the best story though, is talking about that, not like, you know.
You know, I think it's funny because you're no different than, like, you know, my wife and I, we've been, I think it's 18 years now running a business. I mean, you know, if you pay attention to what goes on online, you would think that people could just like whip something into shape overnight, start making money. It's a crock of shit, right? Yeah. I mean, look at, you know, you're almost 20 years deep into this, right? It's like, this is what it takes.
Yeah. Those overnight successes are not, they're like usually a 10-year.
There's always 10 years minimum behind anything, right? I mean, come on. And it's just, I just hate hearing about that shit where people are just like, yeah, it's easy to do this, or you should buy corporate rentals. And no, it takes.
I think anything takes a lot of work because it looks like, you know, I use the analogy of like real estate looks easy, right? You go and sell $20 million house, you get a commission. Yeah. But it's probably not easy.
It's not, of course not.
Like those guys probably hustled for 10, 15 years before they got that listing. Right. They were probably doing like rentals in the valley or something until they got to that point. I know those
guys. They all started with rentals in the valley and wherever. Yeah. I mean, it's just.
But they got to pay their dues, you know.
100%. Yeah. Just, maybe it's not that difficult at the end of the day when you're walking the house and showing it if you have some personality. That's not the difficult part.
But you got to have the Rolodex. You got to have the
whole journey is the people just don't have the fortitude to make that happen. And they
so you have to pick something that like you are passionate about enough to get up in the morning and go chase. Yes. Like I'm probably like thinking with your music, you do the same thing.
It's a gift and a curse, you know. It'll never leave you, you know. It's a demon that's up your ass every day, and you just have to keep going at it. Yeah. So back to the origins of Daniel Patrick. So you're doing leather goods, leather jackets, you said. Yeah. Completely different than what you do now.
It is a little different, but it kind of evolved. So the way that I started actually making money as a business was I turned that same concept and style of the leather goods, I turned it into T-shirts and sweats. Okay. And I started it as a cheaper, alternative to the leather jackets. Yeah. And that once we did that and launched that, we would sell like hotcakes because basically people could afford $120 or
sure.
$80 for a tee, and
Sure.
that wasn't cheap, but we would be
Back then, that's a pretty good price.
Yeah, so we were selling through traffic in the Beverly Center, was like smashing it, and a lot of these places were still consignment, but they would sell so much of it that we were able to start a business. And I think we came in at the right time too, because that's when e-commerce was just kind of, people were getting comfortable with it. That's when Instagram just started. So we you start to have a direct line to an audience. And then we were just selling in a lot of good stores around LA, and basically making our stuff here, and it just kind of it took off, and we had a business.
So I found out about you guys, I would say it's probably 2018 or 19. I moved here in 18, and I remember coming here. I knew about H. Lorenzo, but I was looking for exactly what you do, luxury sportswear, right? I was looking for that, and I hit Google, and I can't remember the other place. I found about 5 men's stores or something at the time, and you were on Melrose. So I'm like, let me check this out. I'm gonna fucking roll in, and I left with probably half a dozen T-shirts, and I couldn't remember what else. A long time ago. And I remember and it was like your shirts were oversized and stuff, but I loved the detail in your shirts with the line, the way it's stitched and stuff. And then you had different, and I didn't know at the time, and I bought some cotton ones, I bought some tri-blends and stuff like that, and they were all wearing differently, and I was like, well, I really like this and I really like that. And I had them for a long time, and I continued to shop with you after that. But I was like, well, this is super cool that you have this store, and the kind of shirts you wear. And then the guy that was cutting my hair at the time, he used to wear your shit too. And I was like, oh wait, I got that shirt. And then
who was it?
That's Guy Riggio.
Okay,
Guy's a good. He was actually on the show. He wears a ton of your shit too. And I was like, you wear Daniel Patrick? He's like, yeah, dude, all the time. I was like, yeah. And he's like super dialed in with like anything is cool. And it was like a thing. And I mean, I've been shopping ever since, and I always loved your stuff and what you've done. I remember the first time I bought some footwear, you had some fucking Velcro stuff. I was like, oh, it was like, this is insane. I mean, I hadn't seen Velcro since the 80s. Like since like a Reebok or something. And super, super fly. I got I remember the pair I bought, they were the snakeskin looking ones. Really, really cool, man. And then I started getting the cloaks, and it was just evolving, and like always found that you just had such a good attention to detail and a high level of quality. That's
the thing. That's like I'm very into the details, even like the minute ones that like frustrate the people that you're working with, but it's kind of like, it's just important to me that it's comes out perfect, and I think that's what resonates when the customer gets 100%. It. Because if you've thought about 10 little things that they don't even see, then when they wear that, and they know something about it, but they don't know what it is. But like with you with the cloaks and whatnot, it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, I just love this thing, and
it's just different. What I found about your clothing was it's different. It just, and it's not like way out there or nothing. It's just, there's a couple little things that make it very different and unique, and that's what's cool about it.
I think the thing with us is like, we're not as extreme as like a Rick Owens.
No, not at all.
And we're not as kind of Americana and preppy as like a Ralph Lauren.
Correct.
But we kind of fit somewhere in the middle, which kind of is that's a bit of our niche.
I agree. And like, like a guy, like I wear a bunch of different stuff, but like my day-to-day stuff is like your stuff. I wear a lot of James Purse, because I like his t-shirts. I think they fit me well, and they're quality, right? So I buy 10 of them, and they last for a long time. And stuff like that. But like, you have to kind of find your people and your brands that are just kind of, that are going to like stay true to you. You know what I mean? Because these other bigger brands are just, you never know what you're getting. I feel like it's just like the quality's never what it's really.
Well, that's the thing. We make it in LA, and it just like that kind of gives you the quality that I don't think you can get when you make it overseas.
I love that you're still doing it here. And how is that? Like, how is that? Is that a pain in the ass for you today? Like, I mean, because there's easier ways to do this.
Honestly, I prefer it, because it's like you can drive down and get your stuff, like, be hands-on. If there's some sort of issue with it, you can go and address it, and it's like, or the communication doesn't get lost between an email or, It's like,
And I imagine you have pretty good turnaround times too. If you need stuff or you get big orders or whatever, and if you don't have something, you just go downtown and be like, hey guys.
Yeah, you can get like one-off things made. And the other thing too is like the minimums are a lot lower than making overseas. And
I can imagine.
I think for like cash flow is king in the business. And
no doubt.
if you're sinking all that money into like 1,000 products, or when you can make 50 of them and see if it hits, and then you make more, it's just I think it's a lot smarter. And I think it allows you to be more creative too, where it's like, if you're kind of like, well, if I got to order 200 of these, you're not going to go and do the one that's a bit risky, right? But then it's like, but if you have an opportunity to make 10, 20, try them out, you're going to make that stuff. And it's like, I think when you're making overseas, like you're going to miss out on that.
It's a great point, right? Yeah. Like you could literally say, I think this design's cool. Maybe it's going to hit, maybe it's not. I make 10 of them. You know, I put it out there. People love it. Boom, I make more. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Did that, and wherever else you're going to get it made, it'd take you 3 months to do that whole entire process, which you'd be over it by then.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, I don't think I'm going to sell a ton of this yellow, but I like it, and I know how I'm going to wear it. And most people are going to buy a black pair or something like that. Yeah. But for me, this one is like, I think it promotes that.
Amazing.
And I'm able to do it because I don't have the high minimums.
Wow.
You know,
that's super cool.
Yeah.
I think that's unique. I think that's missing probably in a lot of your competitors. I mean,
I think some of our competitors make in LA probably still, and not that I'm competing with James Purse, but I don't know. I mean, our T-shirts do last a long time. I know you mentioned that about James Purse, but ours do as well.
No, yours are crazy. Yeah.
And James Purse makes in LA, so there's something to be said about that. And
I think so. I mean, back in the day with American Apparel, I used to buy a lot of their shit.
Yeah, me too. That was like I would get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the making the clothes in LA. I think it's awesome. I think it's a lost kind of art, if you will.
Yeah. It's just a different feel to the garment.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah,
it kind of feels like it's real, you know. Whereas like the one there, it kind of feels like an AI version of like, you know.
Oh, the shit that you would buy off of Instagram today is all AI clothing. Yeah. It's literally plastic.
Yeah.
Literally, everything's made of plastic. I mean, like clothes should still be cotton for the most part. I mean, it's just insanity.
Well, even our fabric, it's all knitted downtown.
Sure.
Yeah. Amazing. So it's like all this fabric, from this T-shirt to the sweats. Yeah. It comes from like one supplier that we work with, and you know,
like these things, like you could tell that they're not mass produced. Like these are kind of, you know, smaller batch production. I mean, you could just tell by the way it wears and fits. I mean, which is awesome.
It's like food, though. You know, small batches are usually better. If you try,
and I think it's getting harder and harder in this day and age to execute on businesses of that kind of style, right? Which and kudos to you for keeping that ethos.
Yeah.
Because most people are looking to just get it done cheaper, you know, cut corners here, I don't know what your margins are, right? But they're probably not incredible. They're probably good, but they're tough.
Good. I think they're good because, like mostly now we're D2C, so
that makes it better.
Yeah, it does allow, like we still have a margin. Like we always build a margin in there for wholesale.
Sure.
And doing less of that wholesale kind of model right now, we're able to kind of still have a good margin and still offer like a good price, I think, for
it's amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's so cool to be able to do that, and I wish more businesses just kind of stayed true.
Yeah.
You know, it's really depressing, but that's why there's guys like you out there.
Yeah.
In terms of where you're drawing your inspiration, how has that evolved over the years? And like, if you know, where's your inspiration now coming from?
I don't know. I think like I get a lot of inspiration from sport, and that's just a natural thing that's come with me. And a lot of it's from like my earlier like childhood 90s stuff, and you know, but it has evolved. And I think I remember when I started out, my stuff was different than when I went to America, and I started like living in America. You kind of breathe in a different air, and you're, you know, and then your stuff starts to change just from the environment that you're in. And I remember there was a Japanese guy I was selling to, and he was like a little bit worried that, you know, it was becoming too Americanized at the time. And I was like, well, I don't know, like that's just that's where things are headed for me, and that's where I want it to head as well, you know.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of just been a little bit more instinctive of like what I want to wear, and what I want to make, and then I make it, and sometimes it tends to be like in line with what's coming too. Like we made the baggy bootcut sweatpants, and I was looking back on pictures, like, you know, when you go through your phone, your camera roll, and I was like, we did these like a few years ago, and this is the style that everybody's wearing now. And it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of something that we've been, you know, able to do, like tried new things out. And I don't know, I'm just like, at that time I wanted to wear a baggy bootcut sweatpant with a pair of Timberlands and have the, you know, and have the kind of the wheat toe like popping out of the pants. And that was just like, that was my idea of what I wanted to wear out for dinner one night. And I was like, so I made that and I put that outfit together, and so.
I love it. And I guess my other question was, those original T-shirt designs. Yeah. Is that kind of still pretty close to what you're popping out today?
Which the
like your basic tee, like.
Well, that's evolved too, because they used to be a lot like slimmer, and they were like the fabric was lighter weight. But we're still we have a customer for that's just been with us, and they still want that T-shirt. Like I remember I had someone reach out and was like, "Can you sell me the patterns to make these T-shirts, because I really want them." And I'm like, I don't know if I give you the patterns and the ingredients that you could do it the same way. I'm not saying they couldn't, but then I was like, why don't we just do a rerun of all that stuff? And there you go. And we did, and like that cloak was basically, you said you had the longer version of that cloak.
I have a long version of this cloak. and then I have most of this is the length I like.
So the long version of that cloak is the older style, which I basically made that from like the older style, but this one was more in line with like fitting with like the new T-shirt, like the oversized fit and all that kind of stuff. Got it. That was kind of that came from the one you have in your Paris like apartment.
Interesting. So, love that one.
Yeah. So
that one is cool for going out at night. That's like a nice kind of,
And this is more in line with like today. It's like that design, but like for, and that kind of fits the rest of like the kind of clothes we're making now.
Let's talk about the cloak, because the cloak to me is kind of, almost like a signature. Yeah. I remember, so the first one I bought, I was this was in the Melrose store, and I was kind of fishing around through the rack, and I saw it, and it was that yellow one.
The same as this one?
The one I showed you.
That one. Yeah.
Cool. Or whatever.
Yeah. That's
kind of mustardy.
I think that one's like more camel.
Yeah. Camel. Yeah. Camel. And I remember throwing that on. I was like, this is sick, this thing. Yeah. I was like, and dude's like, yeah, that's the Roman cloak. I thought he said it was the Roman cloak, and I was like, oh, even better. Italian. I just that started it for me. I was like, this is such a cool product. Yeah. And comfortable and wears incredible. Where did the inspiration for that come from?
I think it came from like something that my wife was wearing, and I'm like, that looks pretty cool. Like, let me make something like that for like a men's version of it.
It's like a cardigan on steroids, or it's like a manly kind of roby cardigan, but so cool.
Yeah, I think it's done really well for us, and
I bet.
We do have it in stock now, so it's.
I
listen to your wife.
You're floating.
I mostly listen to my wife.
You've got to always listen to them. Yeah. I'd be dead if it wasn't for this woman. You also have some really interesting colors on there, so I definitely need to check that out.
I like doing. For me, I enjoy doing like the pop colors. Yeah, they don't always sell the most, but like I said, like they kind of sell the black.
They exactly. And then tell me about footwear. When did you get into footwear?
Footwear, I got into 2015. Okay. Yeah, we were in Paris for like doing a trade show. Yeah, and then I got a contact for doing footwear in Italy, and we flew to Italy and drove like 6 hours from Milan across the country, and went to a factory in Ancona. And
so is that where they're being made?
That was where the first factory was, and then
the first factory. Okay.
The guy who was in that factory went to a different factory, which I don't know where it was in Italy, but I think it was similar area. Mm-hmm. And then we just started to make footwear, and we released the Roma. It was the high top Roma.
Wow.
And that's kind of how we got the roaming cloak, was from,
Oh, so it is a spin-off of something with Rome.
Yeah.
There's an Italian
but it wasn't
Italian
anything
thing
to do with
going on
Italian, but we were in Italy. Yeah.
Just kind of happening.
But because my whole thing was about like a nomadic, like roaming type thing. And that was kind of the whole premise of things. And so we got the roaming gym shorts and and that.
Amazing.
And then, we evolved from that into sportswear, and, it's kind of taken a lot of different things and just blended it and really just became its own look and style,
No, amazing. And you've had an incredible roster of celebrity folk and stuff like that have, supported you over the years. And where do you see it going next? Like, what is your vision for the brand?
My vision? I don't know. I think the stuff that we make has a bit of a timelessness to it.
Yeah. And
I think we just keep doing that. And, I'm dialing in a lot of different things right now to try and increase our, speed to market and whatnot. But D2C, online, and even working on skincare, actually.
Working on skincare?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that's kind of a bit left field, but
not at all. I mean, it's kind of lifestyle-y, right? I mean,
when I first started, I want to create a lifestyle brand, and that's.
I would say that's pretty smart.
Yeah, and that was my whole idea the whole time, was like, how a Ralph Lauren builds, fragrance. It's all part of it, and
it's all part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It could be anything.
Yeah.
You could do leather good, whatever you can.
But even we're looking at launching a laundry detergent.
Smart.
And it's I got the basically this person that I'm working with on the skincare was I have a laundry detergent, and it's only 6 ingredients, and it's
Love.
and I'm like, this makes so much sense. I never know why I didn't think of it before. Because we're selling clothes, and you want to take care of your clothes, and this is the Aesop of laundry detergent. 100%. And I was like, we could sell that in Erewhon, and we could sell that in Happier Grocer in New York.
Exactly.
And it's
Happier Grocer, man. That's the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's almost like that's marketing for the clothes too, but then it's a great product.
They just opened a new store in Tribeca. I don't know the name of it.
Meadow Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably it
that
could be a stockist for you.
Yeah.
You remember the Laundress?
Which one?
The Laundress.
No, I don't know.
So they were one of the first to get into the kind of, bougie, almost organic kind of great laundry detergent. And then they had some bullshit that happened, but they actually had stores at one point. But it kind of reminds me of that. It's smart. Yeah. It's smart. It's like a better version, but it takes care of these clothes really well.
Yeah, it's just hand in hand.
Super smart. Yeah.
One hand washes the other, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's probably a $15 add-on. Which is great.
I don't know what we're going to sell it at yet.
$57.99.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the idea of getting into the lifestyle stuff. I love it. I think it's super smart.
Yeah, we've dabbled in it before, with candles and stuff like that.
Okay,
and,
cool.
I enjoy that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And then I would imagine you're at a size of, with your business that if somebody did want to do something custom, like you said, a good client.
Yeah,
you could be like, hey, Daniel, can you kind of do this? And you would be.
Yeah, I do offer that because, I mean, we have people that shop with us that are 7 feet tall. And
right.
If you buy a bootcut sweatpant,
right.
I want that to fall on the shoe like it falls on my shoe at 6 feet.
Like it should.
So I'm so I make custom pants for people that.
Amazing.
Because, I want it to fit right for you. And, otherwise, I mean, it does kind of work for people, but it's got to be, perfect. So we do offer that service. Cool. And
that's amazing.
I don't know if you know Boban Marjanovic. Played for Dallas Mavericks,
ringing a bell.
Houston Rockets, Clippers.
Yeah,
I've made a ton of custom stuff for him, and we've he's just massive, that guy.
He's big. Yeah.
But we would make I think a 2 or 3 XL jacket, and then add 11 inches to the sleeve, put this thing on, and it's swimming in it. But we even made shoes for him. Custom sock runners.
Nice.
And it's I think it was a size, what was it? It was, I think it was a 56 European, which I'm a 43. You do the math on that. That's kind of, it's probably about that size. Yeah. And I wanted to make a pair to put in the store. And
That's
like,
the kind of,
you go in the store and you see Shaq's shoe or something.
Yeah.
It's about the same size as Shaq's shoe.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
That's one of those ornament pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of stores, how do you feel now without having the physical brick and mortar?
I think it's pretty freeing because for me, I'm like, I want to work on the clothing, the production, the creative.
Yeah.
And it kind of just frees me up a little more to like focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife as well, like, she's good at marketing and doing these other, like managing different things, and, it frees her up for that as well. And yeah, I don't know, just kind of maybe one day down the line we'll do a store again. I don't know, maybe in LA, maybe in New York. But I think for now it's just kind of, it's been nice to just kind of focus on getting the clothes right and
sure
keeping that going.
How big? I mean, do you have a big team, or are you kind of
pretty small now, actually? Yeah, we just kind of keeping it tight, and just outsourcing to the right people that do stuff for us. And
that makes sense. Yeah. There's always probably going to be opportunities for pop-ups and cool collaborations and stuff with where you can set something up, like you said. I mean, it's endless.
Yeah, I think a lot of people buy online now. Even when you have the store, people buy online.
Once you know your size and stuff with the brand, it's very easy to just continue shopping online. It's almost like, and if you make the user experience super easy, then it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think we're going to invest our time into making that, like a little bit, putting a lot more effort into that rather than the store, because that has always been our bread and butter, the online store. So,
And your reach is just ridiculous with that. I mean,
you can sell all over the world.
It's insane. Yeah.
So
not a bad story. I mean, you just keep doing what you're doing, and then, I mean, I guess you got rid of some overhead. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have the rent. We don't have staff and for the store, and So
how's staff in Los Angeles? That's got to be fun.
I mean, it can be tough finding good people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. You've experienced that, but yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Cali laws and businesses are super, super cool.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it's so hard today to have and maintain something, especially something that you're really passionate about and that you actually keep your set of values intact, right? Because, and we were talking about this earlier, like everybody feels the need to sell out at some point to get that paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, if you don't have to do that, it's so amazing, because there's always going to be this core group of people that just really appreciate that,
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of, that's the beauty of it, man. And, it's the beauty. It's like music or any creative outlet. It's like, when you stop doing it for the reasons you do it.
Yeah.
And you start doing it for other reasons, it makes no sense.
Yeah. I mean, you obviously need to keep the lights on, so you need to pay the bills.
Of course. But that's why you figure out the product that does that for you. You
exactly.
know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it's the T-shirt or whatever, the clothes, like whatever. But then you get the freedom.
No, 100%.
And it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And and you're not a prisoner to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful position to be in.
Yeah.
And it's so cool from a guy that buys a fucking OJ Bronco and brands it out and starts just slinging T-shirts and jackets and stuff in LA almost 20 years ago to where you are now. It's amazing.
Yeah, mostly on a bicycle that time, because the Bronco wasn't holding up.
The Bronco broke down. I mean, it's a cool story, man. It's an amazing story. So tell me, what are you getting into outside of when you're working or when you're designing or thinking about
What am I getting into? I'm getting into coffee.
I'm getting into coffee.
I like coffee. I like, I just like working, to be honest with you.
Sure. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. That's your work and your passion are the same. I mean,
I like running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that how you keep yourself?
I like it and I hate it. But it's a good feeling, when you go for a run and the after effects of that.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a big part of like the creative process for me too, because a lot of ideas come at that time immediately after a run.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah,
I hear that a lot. A lot of people tell me that, or during or whatever, they're just able to just kind of really clear their mind with the run. I guess at a certain point. I don't run, but I know it's cool. I mean, I know it. At some point, you're just.
I went for a run today.
Good.
Yeah. So.
And then you're living between here and overseas, or you're just kind of.
We're living between here and Australia, I mean, yeah, like I said, we're kind of spent a lot more time there with family this year.
Yeah.
And then, we're kind of transitioning back to LA now.
You got all the family out there, I can imagine.
Yeah, so the wife and kids are out there right now and coming back here before Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then any plans, you were mentioning New York and stuff like that. That sounds like, do you see yourself staying in LA for perpetuity?
Well, New York could be good. I think that's
sure
a new frontier, a new adventure. I mean, we've had a store there before. It did really well. And
really?
Yeah.
Where?
Soho.
I figured it would be Soho. When?
Yeah, we're opposite Alexander Wang on Grand Street.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't
this
know that.
was like, I mean, it was before you were buying our stuff, obviously, because 2019.
I was living in New York
But we were at like 2016 to 2018, we had a store there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have.
And if you look at our split of customers, we have the two biggest markets for us is LA and New York.
Well, for sure.
And we have the exact same metrics for both locations. So it just makes sense to kind of.
Yeah, I know. I could see that. I could see that for sure. Yeah. You got New York vibes all over this brand for sure.
Yeah. And when I was growing up, I was like, I'm going to live in New York. That was my dream.
Wow.
And then even when I visited, I was like, yeah, I'm going to live in New York. Like, came to LA, I was still going to live in New York. And just recently, I rekindled that goal of doing that because I was like, man, I never did that.
Yeah. If you never did it, I got a lot of friends in LA that have now moved to New York. I still live in New York and lived there for many years.
Yeah.
I prefer it out here, but I love going there to
Yeah.
just do my thing.
Yeah.
It's like anything else, though. I mean, it'll burn you out. But I feel like depending on the stage of your life, it could be a really nice place. Because if you don't have to go there and like fucking grind like when you're like 25 years old and 30,
Yeah.
if you're a little more set up and then you're strategic, it could be really fun. Because then you got great members clubs and restaurants and really nice pockets of people. And it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it could be a good
I think so.
expansion for the brand. And
I think so.
I was I was watching the Kanye documentary on Netflix, and when he was coming up, it's like he put himself in New Jersey so that he could be like right by the action of where people are making decisions. And I'm not that was the deciding factor. I was like, yeah, kind of nice to like be in a different place and expand the brand. And
but I think your inspiration will just it'll change and just
because it has
widen.
weather.
It does. It does. I don't know if we like
it's hard
it.
It's hard. I mean, I don't mind the weather, but obviously I like the weather here.
Yeah.
But when you're designing for weather that you're not living in, it kind of like it's hard to know what are the nuances that you need in a product. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's an interesting place. So I'm actually going in a week.
Yeah.
I'm like typically 5-7 days a month. There, and now that we're not there full time, I really enjoy it. We have an office there. We have a little apartment. We keep a very small apartment. Never in it. We're always in the office. And then it's like you're out for dinners every night, and you're out doing shit every day. I mean, you're always going out. Here, I'm home.
Yeah.
And it's the complete opposite there. So it's nice, and it's a nice pace. And I don't mind if it's cold because I'll just bring all my warm shit, and I have stuff there, and just do my thing for 5-6 days.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I mean, that's what I like. You can dress for the weather.
Yeah.
Here it's like, I was like, man, it's so beautiful and hot. But I was looking at the temperature. I was like, it's 60 degrees, but I'm still like, it's still warm,
The sun is piercing.
Yeah.
You could feel really hot in 60 degrees. Yeah.
So,
but we don't complain about the weather here.
No, that's one of the reasons why I settled here. You know, it was like, okay, cool. It's got great production downtown. It's got great weather. Yeah. It's way more affordable than New York. You get more space, and it just seemed like a good, it was a place that doors opened up to me
for sure
when I came here, and when I went to New York, it was like it didn't really pop.
And it's still a little more tight because here I always said that. I always tell people I've made more relationships here than in New York.
Yeah,
I've been here less time, and it's only because it's kind of got this. I call it like a housing culture. Like, you go over people's homes and you drink some wine and everybody's like inviting you in, and you're always getting invited. In New York, nobody's fucking inviting you over anywhere. You know what I mean? You're going to meet, we'll go have a drink or something. You know what I mean? We'll go to a restaurant, we'll go to a bar, meet you for lunch, but you ain't fucking coming over.
Yeah.
You know? That's kind of what it is.
I mean, because people's houses are probably smaller there. Like
you know, you're living in tiny
it's like,
apartments.
what are you going to do? Come hang out in like...
Not everyone. Obviously, there's people that have
obviously,
But I'm just saying, in generally speaking, people people are very, it's just like nobody's got time.
Yeah.
And it's not as relaxed. So the pace is different, and you're just meeting people in passing.
Yeah.
And I find that to be a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Because I like spending time with people. I'm a genuine person, like a real person, not a fucking.
Well, you invited me over for Thanksgiving.
I invited you over Thanksgiving,
which I appreciated.
That's right. It didn't happen, but
I know it didn't happen, but yeah.
How did you make out?
I was fine. Yeah.
I felt bad. My wife is.
I was cool, like, because I was still getting over jet lag, and I was like, I was genuinely appreciative that you were even offered. Like.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, I mean, that's because when you said you're like, I've just gotten back, and my wife and kids are. I was like, what's Thanksgiving all about?
Well, they did a Thanksgiving meal in Sydney, and I actually didn't have turkey that day. I just went to the movies, but honestly though, I enjoyed the day.
I'm sure
and
it was probably
like,
relaxing.
Because I got here on the Tuesday, and then it was Thursday was Thanksgiving, and I was still trying to kind of adjust. It was nice to have a day where everything was just shut off. Yeah, and it was like, so. It worked out good.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you this: if you wound up coming over, it wasn't going to be that fucking incredible because I didn't really do any cooking.
Okay.
So this year, I was going to. If it would have went down, I would have told you that. Obviously, I did make some food, but it was a bit of caviar, and I made some short ribs. It was super wacky, and we drank some wine. Didn't do turkey. Didn't do any of that shit.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
it was the first time in a long time, but it was just us, and it was like.
Didn't feel like turkey.
Didn't feel. I eat turkey like it's fucking.
Just regular.
You get turkey all year long. Why do you gotta wait for Thanksgiving? So I never made any sense of that.
Yeah.
Like, buy turkey every Sunday.
Yeah. Have a Sunday roast. Yeah.
Sunday roast. Yeah.
That's a very British and Australian.
Is it Australian too?
Yeah. I mean,
I figured. I mean, you guys. Yeah.
It's more British, but because the culture from Australia came from,
Oh, I love a Sunday roast, man. Yeah. Do them in London, and I guess it is. I got some good friends from New Zealand. I got to ask him. And those guys, if it's...
They probably have something similar there.
If they're Sunday roast in New Zealand.
Have you ever been to Lowry's?
I have not. One of my friends goes there.
So they have the Yorkshire pudding, and that's a big thing.
Do they do Yorkshire pudding?
They do Yorkshire pudding with the gravy on it, and that's a big thing. That's not a part of a Sunday roast in Australia, but I know that's a British thing.
That's the British for sure.
But yeah, you got to... that place is good.
Nice. What do you like to eat in LA?
In LA? I mean, like good or bad? I like tender greens as like a fast thing. I like In-N-Out, obviously.
Yeah.
Nice restaurants. I mean, I eat a lot of stuff like probably East LA, like San Gabriel Valley.
Sure.
Asian food with my wife.
That's where we go.
Japanese yakitori.
Yep.
So that's kind of my favorite thing. My favorite food would be Japanese. Yeah.
Ours as well. We love Japanese. New York kills when it comes to sushi places and proper like.
My kids
some good stuff
sushi,
here too.
Yeah.
Some good stuff here.
Yeah.
We're big like Korean. Love Korean. We do a lot of Korean barbecue, but then there's a lot of great Korean restaurants too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good Korean barbecue place in obviously Koreatown, but it's always has such a long wait, so I don't go there as often.
Parks? Huh? Parks or quarters?
I think it's called Heijincheong.
Heijincheong. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's
I got my handful that I go like once or twice a week down there. That. I got the ones I go to. Yeah. And then I got ones, I just tried this, not a new one, it's an old one, but it's called Yangmani, and I really liked it. Like, I just find ones that I think are cool.
Yeah.
There's this one that just does duck, which is nuts.
That's good.
I can't pronounce it, but it's fucking crazy.
My wife and kids love duck.
They just do a sliced duck, and then in the duck fat, they do the fried rice at the end. It's just stupid.
Yeah, so I'm more into like those kind of hole in the wall spots. And
yeah, we do a lot of that. We do most of our dining in New York, Paris, and overseas and stuff. But I just asked you because I love getting places out of people.
Yeah, when people ask me sometimes, I'm like, man, I'm kind of boring with like where I go for dinner. Like like I used to like go to the EP and LP. Yeah, you've ever been there?
It's been.
But they changed the whole menu over after COVID, and what it was before COVID changed, and I liked it before COVID. And
Interesting.
Yeah, but that was kind of that's an Australian spot.
That's yes.
Yeah.
The only other Australian
Catch is good.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't been to Catch Steak though.
Gwen is good.
Gwen is good.
He's an Australian.
He's Australian. Yeah. Curtis
Yeah.
Stone. Yeah.
Curtis Stone, and he has the other place in Beverly
And you
Hills.
get those cool little knives. You choose your knife, and
Love that dude.
Yeah.
He's got. I'm into meat. I mean, I'm usually cooking it myself.
yeah. That's the thing. I mostly cook myself
Yeah.
at home.
I mean, you get great shit, so why
Yeah.
not just cook it? It's always better than what you get out at a fucking
Well,
restaurant.
one of the things is like I used to get, you get nice steaks. It's like so I learned how to cook a steak because I'm like I don't want to spend all this money on a steak and
fuck it up.
yeah. So you learn the techniques of like how to cook.
Yes, you do.
Filet mignon.
100%.
And it's all timing and
It's timing, dude.
technique,
I got it down to a science. I mean, I know my grill, you
Yeah.
know, but typically any steak I throw on is like 4 minutes aside. If it needs a little more, I will. But,
Yeah.
you know, as long as the grill's hot enough. I got a lot of chef friends.
Yeah.
And so I learned over the years. I also cook 3 meals a day typically. So,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know.
You cook 3 meals a day?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. I wouldn't call it cooking in all of them, but.
So what do you cook for breakfast?
Well, I eat mainly meat. So breakfast, I do a piece of meat.
Okay.
And
Ribeye?
I'll do a ribeye for breakfast. Yeah.
Eggs?
No.
Okay.
I'll do a ribeye for lunch and dinner too if I have to. But my diet shifts. I try things. I do
3 steaks
things.
a day?
Yeah, I could do 3 steaks.
Nothing
a day.
with it?
Nothing.
Okay.
Maybe a little butter.
Not
little
even
tallow.
avocado?
Nothing.
Whenever I eat a steak, though, I like to have something with like avocado or.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it goes perfectly.
Yeah.
I play with diets. I try to work to see what really enhances my health in the best way.
Yeah.
But another thing I do is I make my own dairy products. I make my own yogurt. I make my own sour cream.
Nice.
So my wife right now, she's doing yogurt. She does yogurt in the morning with like a little flax cracker and some veggies and shit. I make the yogurt though.
There you go. Yeah.
So I mean, the hands are always involved in something.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's the best way, you know. It's like it's also just another passion. You know?
Yeah, it's like a hobby, you know. Well, I
It's
mean,
kinda
obviously,
like-
like it's something you enjoy. You know.
Taking care of yourself is kind of what you start doing in your 40s, I guess. And it's just like you just fucking
Health and wellness.
there is nothing without it.
You take creatine?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I take it for my brain. I used to take it for the body. I take it for the brain now.
I take it for the brain too. I'm not really trying to get like jacked. So
No,
but,
no. It you know it could do that too if you take a lot of it. It'll
No, it
suck
does.
that
Like
water in there.
I noticed because I got on a new one when I got back here.
Like an old school monohydrate, or is it one of those ester?
It's I don't know if you've heard of Perfect Aminos.
Yes.
So Body Health.
Yes.
They just brought out it's tablet, and they just brought out a creatine with the Perfect Aminos, and
Beautiful.
honestly, I noticed like a difference, like in muscles, and I was like, I take it for the cognitive benefits, and but it's an added bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else do you keep your brain sharp?
Coffee.
Coffee is
Running.
Coffee's the easiest way.
Yeah.
And I don't drink it anymore. I do decaf every now and then. Every now and then I'll have a coffee if I'm in Europe or whatever. But I had to shake the caffeine addiction.
Yeah.
I felt that like it was controlling my life.
Yeah.
But I will say that if there was ever a go-to to fucking turn that bitch on,
Black coffee.
strong coffee.
Yeah.
It's just, but when you drink it day in, day out, it's but
Yeah.
imagine if you don't.
My second coffee, I sometimes feel like it puts me to sleep,
I used to feel like that too.
and I'm like,
Well, it probably does.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think running's good for,
Running's great. Yeah.
and then electrolytes, salt,
I'm
potassium.
literally drinking them when you came in.
Yeah.
So you need potassium.
Yeah.
You need a lot of it.
And that helps your brain.
It helps your brain.
Yeah.
Like you're super dialed in. That's
Yeah.
like the super easiest thing people could do. Like a little bit of electrolytes, a little creatine,
Yeah.
running, do your coffee, whatever. And
No, because
and
I
eat well.
know coffee dehydrates you. So
Big time.
if
You're balancing it with the electrolytes.
yes, you have to balance it with the electrolytes,
Yeah.
and then also it kind of strips you of the magnesium and the
100%.
calcium,
Yes, it does.
and that's why you feel so anxious on a coffee, because you.
That's right.
And when you take
Magnesium
it
relaxes your
calms you
brain.
down.
Yeah, it adds a little GABA.
Yeah.
Couple that, I don't know. I mean, if you do a relatively low carb diet, strips you even more.
Yeah.
So you're doing the right shit.
Yeah.
It's super smart.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Um,
I've just always been into that, even when I was playing sport.
Well, you do have that background. Makes sense.
And just been kind of, really into like supplements, because it's like I don't know. I always wanted to be the best
Yeah.
at whatever we do. So
Yeah.
it's like there's benefits that you can get from supplements that other guys weren't doing. And I'm like, if I can get an edge here or an edge there, and
No
it's
doubt.
like, yeah.
No doubt.
Because
Love
I
it.
notice when I eat crap and I exercise, the exercise is a lot harder.
That's
So
right.
when I don't do that,
That's right.
I notice that it's a lot easier. So I'm like, I even tell my son this because, you know, he wants to play sport and whatnot. And I'm like, I explain this to him. I'm like, if you eat crap food, you
Crap
know,
performance.
yeah, crap, like you'll feel it.
Yeah.
It'll be harder.
Yeah.
But if you do the right things,
Yeah.
you'll feel like it's magic, you know. So
I love that.
yeah.
Let's hit you with a couple other questions.
All right.
Maybe 2 or 3. What's something that drives you up a fucking wall, either professionally or personally, when you're dealing with like people? What's like
Road rage.
really?
My wife always says, "Oh,
Well, you have it, or you're dealing with someone else's?
no, but I'm dealing with. I mean, I just get annoyed with
Yeah.
people just
How the way
driving
they
slow
drive.
or just not even being aware, you know. But then I'm like, I'm probably driving slow to someone else, you know, on the other, you know. Someone else's mind.
How annoyed are we talking? Like you're
No, I'm not.
you're
I'm
sweating and
I just get really frustrated. But it's not like crazy. I think I got better over time. I used to be worse.
really.
Yeah.
I think I get that. I think
Yeah.
my wife is always.
Do you have a tailgate?
My wife is always.
That's what I
yelling at
used
me.
to do, but I don't do that anymore.
No, I don't do that. The people are nuts. They'll shoot you.
That's the thing. It's like,
This
I've seen-
ain't a fist fight today, bro. This is like you're getting fucking.
well, in Australia it is.
Probably in Australia, yeah, yeah.
They don't have guns there, you know.
True,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, but you can't flip anybody off today or tailgate them. Or it's just gonna.
Yeah, you don't know what's
Absolutely.
going to happen.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
No,
Well,
it's not even worth it sometimes, you know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just like, just let it go.
Yeah, just
it's
let it go.
like, what it's going to, yeah.
no, it's absolute psychos out there.
But even, yeah, it's just nicer to just let people in.
I let them in all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let one person in.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
But sometimes it's like, you're kind of annoyed and you're like, well, I don't want to let someone in.
yeah,
But then, I don't know, it's just,
that's a good test.
yeah,
That's kind of testing.
yeah,
I mean, look, I always love it when someone lets me in,
yeah,
and I just kind of pay that forward.
yeah,
You know, so I think that's a good rule.
yeah. One we can all work on.
What we could all get better at.
Yeah, I definitely think that I think there's less. I don't know. I think the driving mentality here is different to Australia.
That's got to be.
Yeah. Well, you know, in Australia, the pedestrians, they don't have the right of way,
They don't.
so it's like the
Wow.
car's turning. Like
He's
turning. He's like,
He's just turning.
Yeah, if you're walking on the sidewalk and he's turning into a driveway, it's like no, the car. Sometimes people do let you go.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like,
But it's a known thing.
well,
that
when
you
I
don't have the
first
right way.
came over here and I would drive in the supermarket parking lot.
You were going to plow somebody
No,
down.
and someone's like walking across. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because you
Yeah.
you basically wait for the car to
You wait
go.
for the
Even
car.
it happened yesterday at Whole Foods because I'm like,
It
you
still kind of triggers you.
well,
yeah.
I've been back there a bit, so
Sure,
I'm kind of,
sure.
I'm like, what's this guy doing? He's like walking up, and then I'm just like, okay, just let him go.
I love it.
And
I
then,
love
yeah.
it. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a total mind
Yeah,
fuck
I
for
don't
you.
know. It's just,
It's the least of your worries, but geez, yeah.
yeah.
That could be a little wild.
Well, the one thing too is like sometimes when those people are kind of driving like you know right up your ass, and then they end up going around you, and you know they get down the road, and
Yeah.
then it's like you're driving just naturally,
Yeah.
and you like calmly, and
Yeah.
then you just pull up next to them at the next lights, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yeah, you didn't really get anywhere.
It's like,
And even
yeah.
when I think of that too, I'm like, when I do that, I'm like, that person drives up next to me, and I'm like, I feel like an idiot.
I've seen people do the most jarring shit, and then like wind up in that same situation where I'm just like looking at them like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Like you could have just killed 3 people, and like you're at the light with me.
yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's crazy.
You
No,
burn
people are
extra-
idiots.
Yeah.
People are absolutely out of their minds, and that doesn't matter what country you're in, but
No, the traffic here is quite wild though.
it
you know.
sucks.
Yeah.
It
I remember
sucks.
one of the first nights I got here, I went trying to go from Hollywood to like Whole Foods in,
Yeah.
where is it? Like Silver Lake. And I was like, it took me like 45 minutes. And I'm like,
course.
it's not that far.
It's like
But I was like, oh, okay,
it's like
cool.
2.5, 3
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah.
No, it's 45 minutes every 2 miles.
But I was during peak hour, it just felt really late because, it's getting so dark at like 5 o'clock.
I fucking hate this.
Yeah.
I literally like.
Why don't they just make it daylight savings all year round?
They're supposed to just do that. And I don't know what we're waiting for.
Because it's like, I know it's going to get darker
it's stupid.
in general during winter, but like just make it like.
Let's just not do that. Yeah. Let's just keep it like as sunny as possible.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
It drives me up a wall, especially here too, because when you're in these kind of warmer. Yeah. That's my pet peeve. Yeah.
In the UK though, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, pitch black in winter.
In the UK, it's almost like
you're expecting that. There's no sun anyway.
There's no sun anyway, so
you're not saving any daylight.
Exactly. But here, when you're it kills me in like Florida. It kills me here because these are like those kind of like nice weather places, and like it's dark at 5 o'clock. Come on.
Yeah. It feels weird too because it's like oh man,
weird. It's super weird.
You're like it feels like 8 o'clock right now and it's 5.
Well, I adjust because I'm in bed by 8. So
yeah.
It's just it works for me in that respect. But
so what time do you get up then?
I'm like a 6:30.
Okay.
And I think we're usually toast by 9:30.
Yeah.
That's what I try to keep it at. But we do a lot of travel. That fucks me up. This year I realized that I've been traveling extensively for 20 years.
Yeah.
And finally realized that I have some circadian rhythm issues for sure. That never made it better. So like my wife was just in Paris. I sat that one out. I went 8 times this year.
To Paris?
Yeah, to Paris. Yeah. But I mean, in addition to we do a lot of other travel. But that was enough.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm working on that. But yeah, I'm like a 6:30 to kind of 9:30, optimally.
Yeah, that's kind of early.
It's pretty early.
I'm like a 10:30.
Ooh.
Like since I've been back here, I've been going like 12:15.
Wow. Wow.
But that's because the timing is.
Yeah, you're taking it really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that's interesting.
Even when I go to like the East Coast.
Yeah.
I'll kind of do the same time, LA time.
Yeah.
That I go to sleep. So.
Yeah.
I go to bed 2 a.m. sometimes. But I feel it the next morning.
Get your melatonin going, brother.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Another question for you. Are you a reader?
Not a heavy reader.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be too much to ask to recommend a book?
I mean, you could recommend a book.
No.
I'll watch the movie. Nah, I'm a watcher.
You're a watcher. All right. How about I'll give you one more. I'll get off the books. What's one habit every day?
One habit?
Yeah. Like, what do you do every day?
Coffee.
Coffee. Back to the fucking coffee. I agree. I get it.
I just like either making it or going to a coffee shop.
Yeah.
I just enjoy that kind of little,
Now, can you manage like your shit 30 minutes without having it, or do you need to get like?
I only do 2 a day.
Dripped.
No, I do 2 a day. Like
2 a day.
I don't ever go beyond that because it just makes me feel super jittery.
For sure.
Yeah, but for me, that's what I do. Sometimes I don't even feel like the second one.
Yeah.
But I'll just do it anyway, I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't know why. I don't feel like it. And,
no.
But definitely the first one is like, enjoyable to me.
Okay.
That's one thing, I guess, that I would do every day.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I guess that's pretty common. It's not really anything.
I think it's great.
It's great. Yeah. In Australia, I stopped making my own coffee. When I was living here, I was basically just making my own coffee in the morning, and then I would go have a second one outside.
I mean, the options are endless here.
Yeah, so
endless.
You don't drink coffee right now, though, right?
I mean, I drink decaf.
Okay.
If that counts. Everybody asks me what's the point of decaf. It is pointless.
Yeah.
I like the taste, though.
Yeah. I generally like the taste of coffee. Yeah. And I like the smell of it. And
I love the smell of it. Yeah. Like, I'm addicted to the smell of it, so I'm happy to have a decaf.
Yeah. The smell is sometimes better than the taste.
Always is.
Yeah.
I could just go sniff a bag of coffee and be in fucking heaven.
Yeah.
And not even drink it. I was drinking coffee from I was probably like 5 years old. So my family.
Oh, really?
My family started me on that shit very young.
Yeah.
They thought that was.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Philadelphia.
Okay.
But apparently they thought that was what a child needed to start drinking.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I worked in restaurants and I had a serious coffee addiction. Like 2 pots a day. Yeah, a
wow.
lot.
Yeah.
You know, we work in the hospitality business. You're drinking we would just ice it and drink it all night.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of insanity.
Yeah,
and then I go to bed with no problem. But don't fly anymore. So, but yeah, that's my deal with coffee. But why don't you tell everyone where they can find out more about Daniel Patrick?
If you want to find out more about Daniel Patrick, you can obviously find it on our website, daniel-patrick.com. And that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward. Or you could even check out Instagram, @DanielPatrick_. Yeah.
Love it. No, I feel like we could probably talk for fucking 6 hours. But
we could. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, huge advocate for the brand. Love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And, your values are strong, and that's what's just important. You're making great shit, making people happy, and just keep doing it, brother.
I mean, that's what it's about, right?
That's what it's all about, man. And, I love the story. So Daniel Patrick, everyone, check out his clothing, danielpatrick.com. You won't be disappointed. Thank you again, brother.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Pleasure. Fun, dude.